Hello, and welcome to another session of San Francisco by Night, Hunter the Vigil. Crime does run rampant in the street of San Francisco, although quite a small percentage of what it used to be from the city. There is still crime that does exist, especially in the lower Red Hook section, so to speak. Down in a lower part of San Francisco, where some of the bars are very unclean but have a unique little charm to them, an APB is called out. Valentine, you are in your squad car when you hear this report.
Valentine, we got a 2640 going down in Old Town. Can you take care of that? Valentine, you copy?
I can't hear you.
Oh my god, I was muted. That's why. God dang it. There's so many mutes I have to go through. Anyways, so I said that's copy over. Also, that's justice.
Copy that, Justice. Still getting used to it.
That's fine. Anyways, we have a description on the guy.
Male, Caucasian, about 6 something, white skin, burly fellow, biker getup.
All right, I'm on it.
Copy that, Valentine. Let us know if you need backup.
That hurts my ears.
All right, so you head on back down in your squad car.
Whoop whoop. I roll up and do I see that bike parked out front?
You do see the bike.
And what a glorious and gaudy bike it is.
Today, man. All right. So I walk in. Do I see? At least do I not see a guy sprawled out in front of the door, or do I see a guy sprawled out outside the door this time?
You see about 3 guys sprawled outside.
I walk in, do not a very quick glance, and see our boy. Can you not, for like 2 minutes? I'm talking to you, Grizzly.
Yeah, Grizzly, who's been enjoying a drink I won't even bother to describe. It just looks foul. Wipes it off from his handlebar mustache. Turns around. Well, good morning, Mrs. Justice. How are you today?
I'm fine. Or at least I was, until I got called here.
Hmm. Oh, you mean the 3 clowns out there? Accused me of cheating at dice. Can you believe it?
Were you?
The main man doesn't need to cheat at dice. Out of character, feel free to do an insight check.
Oh, I absolutely will. Quick question. What's that roll again? Just insight what? Wits insight?
Wits. Wits insight. Sorry, wits empathy.
Sorry, old D&D habit to call it insight.
Yeah, he's lying. Yep, you got him. You are muted.
I hate StreamYard so much. You're gonna hear that twice on this recording. Anyways. Uh-huh, so you're...
Accused me of putting lead in the dice. Didn't take that too kindly. And out of character, he didn't put lead in the dice. He was using something else to cheat.
I absolutely imagine you're just using some vampire bullshit or something like that. I don't know. But either way. Well, chug the fucking whatever that is, pay the man, and we're going for a ride. Come on.
He chugs it down, slams a few dollars on the counter, and leaves.
I'm just going to hope that was the right amount, but I'm assuming no one's going to argue with you if it isn't.
I left a 20. That should do.
I don't care. Why? This. I seriously don't know what to do with you. I mean, I could put you in holding for like a day, but we both know you'd get out. Hello?
There we go. I thought you didn't care.
I'm picking my battles here. Look. Just at this point, just go drink somewhere. I don't know. Go home. You can just go to a fucking gas station, buy beer. Just stop making me come out and grab your ass.
Grizzly shrugs his shoulders. Do they always call you out for such nothings?
That's life on the beat. It's whoever's closest.
Hmm. So, you're just depositing me here? Ain't got anything else to do?
I mean, what can I fucking do?
Mm.
If it was up to me, you would have been in bars. But here we are.
He just smiles at that comment. Fancy doing some actual work afterwards?
Are you talking about that case that you keep failing to fix?
Almost had him last time. Cowell ran away.
Sure. Section 9 usually calls me about this time anyways. So, what do you got?
Out of character, storyteller. Has
You know-
Grizzly been able to get any further infos?
Yeah, you know that there was a body found not too far from the bar, and you think you might want to maybe hang around that area and see if you can't find someone.
Same bar as he was before, or a different one?
Same one as before.
Well, yeah. So, the bar you found me just a few minutes back. A drained body was found not too far away from here. I was thinking of just laying and seeing if somebody showed up. But who knows? Maybe a pretty cybernetic ass might be able to catch up on something.
Fine. We'll do a stakeout. Do we at least know, like, what hour does this guy usually strike?
If he is what I guess he is, he won't show himself until the sun's gone down.
Sun will go down in
Alright.
about an hour.
So, about an hour.
Alright, meet me back here in about an hour.
Of course, Officer Justice. And he'll hulk his nasty frame out of your rather pristine-looking cop car.
All right, so after about an hour, you both meet up at the place where the body was found. Valentine, the body has been discovered earlier, and that was already reported as one of the cold cases, but there's kind of an eerie feeling about this part. It's in one of the kind of ruins of the old San Francisco. It's not only the older part of San Francisco, but a lot of the buildings are so old and deconstructed, it looks like all the way back from the 1900s. And those buildings are somehow still standing even in the year 2077. So this is kind of an old, rundown part of SF.
Well, it sure picked a good atmosphere to be a creepy fucker.
Probably hiding in the ruins.
Oh, great. Now I have to go. Alright, let me grab my piece. She walks back to the back of the car, opens it up, and you see her just pull out this. And you know what? Because I have 2 XP, let me check something real quick. No, wait, I don't have the damage details on it. Never mind, I can't. Never mind. So you see her pull out this massive fucking double-barreled shotgun. And just
Sawed-off
quickly
shotgun.
load sawed-off shotgun. Yes, and you see her just load like stupid fast a bunch of rounds into it. All right, let's go.
You see Grizzly just unsheath a handbill that has been connected to his chain. He gets a carabine and puts it on, locks it tight, uses some of his strength just to really fasten it. has it on one side and has another handbill on the other.
Chains? Really?
Oh, you'll see why.
All right. So yeah,
Let's
I'm gonna
get
turn
moving.
on. Yep, and with that, I'm gonna turn on thermal. And
Roll me
actually,
with
night
composure
vision.
plus.
Yeah. I got a 3. Yuck yuck. Hello?
You look around, and in this particular area, you wait and you do the stakeout for a while, and it takes a bit. But after about an hour, you start to see some activity in one of the buildings. Looks like maybe a gang or a group of guys going in, and it looks like they kind of go into a building which almost looks kind of like a drug den. Once they enter the building, you lose sight of them on the thermal.
That look like anything connected to your guy?
None of them look like him, but then again, they might be his Renfields.
His what's?
His bloodbound slaves. Could be, but I could be wrong. Grizzly will see if he can sense anything.
Roll me a wits occult.
On it.
Who taught you about vampires? Frickin' Lobo.
Okay, Lobo, you got 2 hits. You go out and you reach out and you try to sense some things, and at first it's difficult because they're kind of far away,
Mm-hmm.
but you eventually pick up on something doesn't feel quite right. Roll me a composure resolve, and you can do it like this on the character screen. You click on what you want to roll. For example, say you want to do a resolve composure. You do that. You highlight them. Then you click on the red dice, submit. So you reach out, and right as you start to feel one, you feel one go away. And when you tap into the essence of someone and then they die, it's extremely painful, but you keep yourself composed very easily. You feel one of them slip away. And Valentine, you can hear shooting coming from across the street now. It's muffled by the inside of the warehouse, but you can hear it.
One has just
Alright, that sounds
died.
like Yeah, that sounds like our business. Let's go.
And he starts running.
Yeah, and she's running along too.
Directing them to where he felt the guy's life snuffing out.
Oh, and just to be clear, I do have dragon breath rounds loaded.
Yep. You run across the street in a bit of a sprint or burst, so to speak. You get to the warehouse and you burst open the door, and immediately when you look inside, you see one of at least the four men that walked in, one body lying in the front room. This was indeed some kind of crack house, although you don't know what kind of drug.
All right,
Grizzly's
I'm gonna
got
turn on.
enough streetwise that he probably could figure it out if he were bothered.
This appears to be a red eye place.
Yeah, red eye crack house. Common.
Yeah, I've been running to these a lot.
You have
I'm gonna
a
turn
slow
on.
little drip of water come down from the ceiling and sploosh in a little puddle that's off to your right. It is cold, dark, and clammy. No lights are on, other than the lights coming from you.
What do I see in the thermal?
Thermal, you got one dead body fading, and then you got maybe something coming from upstairs. It's a bit hazy and muffled in here due to the smoke and some of the little moisture coming from some of the red eye machines.
All right. Uh, we're gonna sweep this place room by room. You got it.
Got it. By the way, I see you've got the rounds. And he whispers into her ear, I'll try to pin him down. As soon as I have him pinned down, unload as many rounds as you have in him.
Well, I'm good at
Once
that.
he doesn't move, I behead him.
Deal.
Both of you roll me wits composure.
Yay, one.
Four successes.
Very good. Valentine, you're looking around. It's a little bit hard to see with your vision due to this. Grizzly, you have a little bit better of a time looking around, and you eventually manage to find a little trap door that seems to go down into some kind of basement. Other than that, you do a systematic room by room search. You find two more dead bodies upstairs, but no signs of entry and no signs of the attacker. However, you do find some footprints leading down into the basement. They appear to be covered in blood.
Fucking great.
Yeah. Kindred. He's close at hand.
So loud. So loud or quiet? I'm thinking quiet.
Quiet.
All right, you go ahead and open the door. I'll keep the gun at the door.
Yep. Grizzly
So
reaches
nothing.
out slowly, deliberately, so that he can grab the door. And then with all his power, he'll yank it open.
You yank the door open. The trap door leads down into a smaller sub basement. As you head down the ladder and keep yourselves covered, you notice it goes into some kind of tunnel system. As you proceed along in the darkness of the tunnels with no light whatsoever except for the ones you have, it starts to enter out into what looks like a sewer. This might actually connect to the old sewers of San Francisco, possibly the old subway tunnels.
Ah, like last time. He was using underground passages. That's how he got to the zoo and killed the guy, too.
Place reminds me of your fucking breath.
He takes another deep breath and tries to extend his consciousness out to see if he's able to tap anything.
Roll me a wits composure.
Okay, I've got the things marked. And what do I have to press then?
The
Now
red
you
dice.
click on the little red dice up at the top.
Hmm.
Like that. You got
Just a
one
sec.
hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's the red dice up at the top left corner or top right corner. So you look around and you don't seem to notice anything or feel anything, Abel. I'm sorry, not Abel, Grizzly. And you are standing in an old subway tunnel, kind of dirty white marble floors with some pillars, two subway tunnels, one going west, one going east. And yeah, you're just in an old subway tunnel. And what's bothering you about this is there's flickering lights. There's power running down here somehow.
This ain't right. There shouldn't be lights flickering here. The section hasn't been active for decades.
Valentine, you know this subway hasn't been used in about 50 years.
Looks like someone stole himself a generator. Or just an outlet, I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely making a house out of this. So I guess we're gonna proceed on, at the ready.
Grizzly cracks his neck with a rather sickening sound. He probably should get that checked.
The lights
Rolls.
start to flicker a little bit, and they kind of go out for a moment. And then when they come back on, you see a figure standing at the end of the platform. The figure appears to have their back to you, looking out over the subway.
That's pretty fucking cliche. Like, how many movies has this guy seen?
It's a little bit smaller of a body than you saw last time, Grizzly. This doesn't appear, at least from what you can see from here, it doesn't appear to be the same person.
Doesn't seem to be our target, but careful.
Alright, got it.
Grizzly
San Fran
will
PD.
move.
So you shout out San Francisco PD, and the person turns around you, and you see a woman turn around and look back at you both.
Negative, officer. Not the target.
All right.
Is
Hands
there a
up.
problem, officer?
Hands up.
I'm sorry. What have I done?
Just hands up.
She puts her hands up.
All right. On your knees.
She gets down on her knees.
All right. What are you doing down here?
Seeing a friend.
I'm gonna keep my electroscope on her because I mean, it's pretty obvious she's. Look how goth she is. Of course she is. Some. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my electroscope on her, make sure she doesn't start trying to do some mind fuckery.
Grizzly is a
Hey, are you
few
able-
steps diagonally away from Officer Justice, so still close enough to react, but has got a healthy distance on the other female.
You know, normally this isn't how I like my first dates to go. Normally, people buy me dinner first before we get to this part.
I roll my eyes and I reach onto my hip and I toss Grizzly a pair of cuffs. Let him cuff you.
She says, sure. She actually gets down on all fours and she's got her hands plastered on the ground. Almost like a kind of kneeling position. And
Hands
then
behind your back.
she looks up at you, Valentine, and she gives a wink. And right in front of your eyes,
Oh
both
no.
you and Grizzly see her
Oh
just
no.
fall through the floor. She just melds right into the floor.
Was that what your friend could do?
No. He was a
I'm gonna
different
use-
kind.
I'm gonna
These
thermal.
Okay.
You use thermal, and you look around. You do not see any sort of you don't see any body temp.
Does she come up? Is there any freaking spectrum that she pops up on?
You're looking on EMS, night vision, thermal, nothing.
Fuck. Fuckers can go through walls?
Some of them. I think she was one of the gangrene.
Fuck.
Not
Okay,
the
okay.
Nosferatu-looking motherfucker we're after.
No, but she obviously knew him. Or she's just a completely unrelated fucking sociopath like the rest of you fuckers.
I'm not a vampire. Well, not one of those.
Right. Anyways, we should probably not stand around where she could just drag us into the ground. I don't know how this works, but we need to probably fucking move.
Would both of you roll me a wits composure -5?
Will do. And spending a willpower if possible.
Okay, so for Grizzly, wits composure -2. Valentine, wits composure -5.
Fuck it, I'm also spending a willpower. So that'll still be a -2 for me too.
Correct. Ooh, 0 hits. So you go back the way you came, out to like the door that leads to the non-caved in subway tunnel. Because if you go towards the stairs of that normally a subway would have, everything's caved in, obviously. But you go back out towards the door that you were at, and you open the door, and it's another subway. This wasn't where you
It-
came from.
Oh, I've been in this similar situation before. Fuck me. How strong do you have to be able to make directions not work?
So you are standing at the door, looking out into another subway.
Yeah, not so easy now, is it?
I mean, fuck. Why couldn't he just be the run, drink blood, murder type?
Nah, he prefers more to crucify people.
Oh, Jesus, he's crucifying people?
Yeah, that's what I told you the last time, if you'd listen.
Oh, yeah, I was too mad. Well,
Okay, he'll smile very amusedly at that comment. Fair enough.
well, fuck, do we just go back and... She's gonna, like... Wait. Shut door, open door.
You shut the door, you open the door. Same subway.
Okay, so it's not that trippy. What do you normally do? I mean, you fought the guy before, so, like, you can kind of take him, right?
Grizzly, this is not what happened last time. Your opponent didn't do something like
yeah.
this.
Mm. Yeah, that's weird. Last time I fought him, he didn't do mind tricks. He just obfuscated himself a bit. Apart from
Well, it
that,
looks like...
yeah.
Well, it looks like he got himself a pretty neat girlfriend, so... Fuck. And who knows how many more compatriots he's got down here. Am I able to get a signal down here?
No.
Alright, and I can't Google Earth our way out of here, so... I guess expect to be jumped.
Well, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna... Guess go through the door.
Go through the door out into the other subway. And
Is
you
this
look
subway
around.
more travel, or...
It looks very similar, almost identical, really.
Should it just be shoot first next time? Like at
If
this
you
point, if we
don't
see anybody...
mind.
Alright. So yeah, anybody in goth clothing down here gets shot. Got it.
You see the lights flicker off to your right, and you see a figure briefly appear in them, but then fades when the lights come back on.
Out of character, that is more in keeping with the Nosferatu fellow, right?
Kind of their shtick, but you don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like... Hey, remember like an hour ago when we were on top of this? Yeah, good
Yeah.
times. Hey, is that an option to come back as a ghost and haunt their ass forever?
I would say 80% yes.
Cool. Cool.
However, I don't plan to get Mr. X's panties all in a ruffle, so let's see if we can't get you out alive.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure if it kills me, it's taking you too.
Debatable, but a possibility.
So can you like smell 'em or something? I don't know what senses you got, because nothing's coming up on the thermal or the night vision or whatever I got.
Showtime.
All right, bitch, where are you?
Left, right, up, down.
Yeah. Once again, trying to focus and see if I can latch on to anything. Wits composure, right?
Yeah, roll me a wits occult, actually.
Wits occult. Burning another willpower.
Yeah, no, this went from okay, this guy's pretty tough to oh fuck, real quick.
I don't know why you're doing it like that, but whatever. Grizzly, you got one hit. You reach out and you try and find something, but it's tough. Both of you roll me another wits composure -5. And I'll roll yours, Grizzly.
I'm only able to get D10s until 5. You'll have to show me how to do that after the session, because this is getting ridiculous.
Alrighty.
I'm also spending another willpower because I just realized if I didn't, I'd be rolling a chance die. And let's not have that.
So 2 dice. Okay, you both get one hit. You wander these subway tunnels for what feels like hours. Until eventually you find a door, and when you open it up, it leads back into the drug house. But it feels like you've been going in circles. It feels like you've been going up and down. It feels like you're not even in the same mile radius that you were in. But now all of a sudden you find a random door and you open it and it leads back out into the drug house room.
Oh, thank God we're not gonna die in a fucking sewer. Oh wait, they're probably in the house or something.
We're not out of the woods yet. Stay sharp.
Valentine? Or Justice, come in. Come in.
This is Justice.
Where the hell were you? We lost signal on you for a whole hour.
Had to chase somebody, down into an old subway.
Copy that. What's your status?
I found We have 3 confirmed dead. A missing 4th. This just drug house. It's weird.
Copy that. Sending extraction, EMTs, and bodies for resite.
Thank you. Over.
So, Valentine, you do all the standard procedure that you do as an officer. Some of your fellow officers show up, the place starts to get turned into a crime scene.
So after, like, I guess, I'm able to break away and find Grizzly again, because I'm assuming I would have told him to get his ass out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Grizzly
I'll say you
is
meet back up at the bar.
Yeah. Grizzly is smoking a nice fat Cuban.
I take the stool next to you. I'm in, like, more casual clothes, because, you know, people don't need to see a cop everywhere they go.
Mm.
So did he do that shit last time, or? Make sure
No,
the bartender's not listening.
didn't. Grizzly just looks at the bartender and gives him a head move like, get lost.
The bartender goes,
I throw like $5. I throw like $10 in the tip jar.
Good. No. Last time I was looking for him in the subways. Waited until he showed up, and then we had our fight. He didn't pull any of this Twilight Zone shit. He's more the light flickers, he appears, light flickers, he disappears, but nothing like this.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's a chance we probably just found somebody completely unrelated, since she did.
It's a big city, a lot of licks.
Yeah, I would have already texted Section 9 about what I seen down there.
alrighty. And you guys are pretty
So,
much getting
either-
ready to...
So either we just found someone completely unrelated, still needs to be dealt with, those two are working together, or there's probably a fuck ton of them. All just kind of living in the sewers like a bunch of blood hobos.
Well, those that don't have the pretty faces are not aware at all to, mind puppet people. They come in 5 different flavors of crazy, just to warn you.
Mind fuckery, actual fuckery, and
some look like Nosferatu. Some can turn themselves into animals and do what you saw there. Some are fast as hell. Others can mind control people. And the last ones, they'll play with your emotions. They'll make you love you, or make you think that you love them, and that you would do anything for them. Say what you
that
want.
sounds terrible.
At least I'm honest and straight when it comes to that. You fuck with me, I cave your skull in. Simple as that.
To be fair, and if what happened earlier today with those fine gentlemen you laid out front,
Oh, I just made
You
them
can't-
sleep.
Yeah,
They'll
that's not
recover.
good for their health. You know about one punch kills, right? Happens all the time.
World is a brutal place.
That is fair. Should I just assume everybody who's wearing leather at this point needs a bullet in their head?
Well, to be fair, Valentine, you arrested 2 people wearing leather earlier than the first day, and they were not supernatural, at least not to your knowledge.
Doesn't mean they didn't deserve a bullet, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah.
I respect strength. You are strong. I can respect that.
Thanks. Fucking need a
So,
beer.
yeah, that one's on me. You kept your shit together down there. And then he shouts, Barky, get over here. The lady wants a drink.
The barkeep comes back and he says, "All right, what do you have, ma'am?"
I'll take a Corona, and also I apologize for him.
No
we
worries.
we just recently domesticated it.
He brings over and he
Ish.
hands you a beer, and you both enjoy a moment of calm after that storm. And that's where the camera fades out to a figure watching them up above on the rooftops. The figure then vanishes into shadow. I wonder who that was. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another session of San Francisco by Night, Hunter the Vigil. I'll see you all next time.